Welcome back to Summit Sunrise. My name is Ashley, and I'm here in the studio with Dana and Tom, and I'm really excited about this because this is an athlete that is training to go to the Olympics. And now, I think it's a pretty cool sport, what you do. Why don't you I think you're going to tell it better.
I'm 5'2", and I throw the javelin.
Yeah, that's awesome. And now you are up here in Summit County because you're part of FOB, and that's where Tom comes in. Now, for people that might not know, what does your organization do?
Well, it's a military acronym for Forward Operating Base Summit County, Colorado. And what we are, we're a grassroots local nonprofit that brings up active and wounded military personnel to Summit County. What we do is bring soldiers out of Fort Carson primarily for outdoor adventures. Over the last 5 years, we've already hosted over 500 wounded and active duties in Summit County. But there's also other branches that we do. Not only do we support the USO and the Fisher House, we also help with Eric Holland, who is one of our Paralympians, and his daughter Peyton Holland. But we also bring up veterans and active duty personnel to Summit County and kind of give them some R&R. And we support Dana, which you'll be talking here in a moment, on her quest for the gold here up in the Summer Olympics coming up in London.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. So you do a lot of training, and I know that you actually train down at the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs. So now I'm curious, what does a day of training look like for you?
For the most part, we ended up doing 2-a-day practices. And so we'll do anything from 3 to 4 days of conditioning throughout the week, 3 days of lifting, and we lift at the Olympic Training Center. And just so thankful to have the opportunity to lift there and train there. I've had some people say, well, doesn't it get old doing the same thing every day? If you go to the Olympic Training Center and you see the rings and you know you haven't made a team yet and you're not inspired, then you don't belong.
Yeah, seriously.
And then we use usually 2 to 3 days of throwing. The javelin is a lot like a major league pitcher. We just can't throw every day, whereas like shot put, discus, hammer, the other throwing events, they can throw most any day. It's more of a natural motion or the stress on the arm isn't the same. So we'll throw 2 to 3 days a week. And I train and I actually throw at the Air Force Academy where I went to school, and my coach who basically said, hey Dana, this is a javelin. And we've been together for 9 years training and had some great success in the past, and we're looking to this summer to really kind of cap off my career.
Nice. And so you are active duty Air Force currently, correct?
I am, yes.
Nice. So what do you think about an organization like FOB? I mean, how does it, obviously, you know, being active duty, coming up here, you can see the difference that it makes.
It's absolutely incredible because I've worked with some folks with the Warrior Games, and that's actually coming up in April at the Olympic Training Center, and it's where you have injured veterans who want to get plugged into. It's kind of a little bit of a feeder for the Paralympic movement, if you've got some stars there. But it's just it's one of these activities to get these guys reacquainted with life outside of the military and outside their injuries. It's helping them embrace their injuries. And so what Tom's doing for these guys at FOB Summit County is just absolutely incredible, and letting them know that you're not stuck with the pills that the VA gives you. You're not stuck with the Xbox, sitting there drinking beer and thinking that this is life as good as I know it, and that's all it is. Just waking up this morning and looking at the mountains. I'm sitting here saying I've lived in Colorado for 9 years, and I see Pikes Peak every morning, and it's gorgeous where I live, but there's just something about being up in the mountains, and you get that just refreshed feel of life and know that there's so much more out there, and a lot of it is just opening these guys' eyes and letting them know that, hey, we're here for you. We're going to embrace the stuff that you have going on. And so active duty, I've actually never been overseas myself. My husband's going over this summer. And so to know that there's programs like this that are coming all over the place, I think if our leadership in our country isn't necessarily tapping into this stuff, but we've got folks like Tom that recognize the need, it's absolutely incredible, like a comfort knowing as a wife, having someone go. And then also, if I were to have to go, I know that there's a safe haven and some places to where I can reach to get a hand up and you know, and help out to get back on my feet. So.
Yeah. And it's awesome to know that you obviously created such a great support system. And, you know, for people that want to get involved and kind of want to give back, you have an event that's coming up.
We do. Once again, Summit County has been awesome to us. Every time we go out and seek donations or volunteers, they're there. And so tonight we're going to be at the Blue Spruce Inn over on Frisco Main Street. And Charles has stepped up again from Backcountry last weekend to now Blue Spruce Inn tonight. We're going to be having Dana tonight, and we also have Eric Holland and Eli Bremer. Eric Holland is our Paralympian, and Eli Bremer is our pentathlon athlete that's going to be there. And they're going to be coming out to sign autographs and do a meet and greet, but it's more just to meet our athletes and our active duty personnel and wish them luck in the 2012 London Games. And we have a joke, even though she's Air Force and I'm Army veteran, We still get along, and it's just a compilation on we got to get the word out to these soldiers, veterans, airmen, sailors, Marines, to get up and out of the barracks, get out of the hospital, and enjoy life, and partake in your community, and get up in the high country because we're here for your support.
Yeah, and I mean, even just visitors, some people that are watching that maybe you're from out of town, when you come to Summit County, there is almost like a healing aspect. You look at the mountains, you know, a day like today, the sun is shining. It's going to be hard not to find people that are smiling today, so it's just so awesome that, you know, obviously you can see the benefit, even having not been overseas, of what a program like this can do for soldiers.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
And there's other way actually is that if anybody wants to help out with FOB Summit County, Colorado, they can go to our website. It's www.fobsummitcountyco.org, and they can sign up for volunteer opportunities, or they can make monetary donations. We're a 501c3, so it's a 100% tax deduction. We have 200 wounded personnel down at Fort Carson waiting to get up and out, and so we just hosted a captain last weekend, one the last couple of days, and then we got a couple more veterans coming up next weekend. And so we're seeking for lodging donations and monetary donation so we can complete our mission.
Awesome. And it must just be so rewarding for you to be able to see their expression on these guys' faces when they come up and, you know, obviously get to play in your neighborhood.
Yes.
I think you guys both have pretty good
Yes.
jobs, it sounds like. Well, awesome. So for more information, you can go to the website. We have it right up there on the screen. And definitely make sure you head out to the Blue Spruce Inn tonight.
From 5 to 7.
Tonight, 5 to 7 for their fundraiser. You can meet Dana, and I think that's so cool. Javelin. Did you ever think you were going to get into that when you were younger?
Never.
I mean, in a million years?
I'm from Kentucky. We have horses and we have hoops.
Yeah, you probably go home and you're like, well, I'm doing something a little bit different.
Well, I
these
get
days.
kicked out of high schools all the time trying to throw the javelin there in practice because they
Oh, no
don't
way.
let them, like, it's not allowed in high schools.
Wow.
It's happened in Idaho, where my husband's from, where I've tried to throw. It's happened in Kentucky. So javelin's a dangerous, pretty awesome. It's ancient warfare.
Yeah, it
so
is.
I've got some
It's
army roots
spear.
in me.
It will
Yes.
protect you. That's what Army does.
Well, so great to meet you and so good to see you again, Tom.
Thanks
so
for
much
having
coming
us.
in.
We appreciate it.
We're going to take a quick break, but we got lots more Summit Sunrise to come. We'll take another look at your weather in just a little bit, so stick around.